Hey y'all, welcome back to Transit Chronicles. So, I know I haven't been posting for quite some time now, but 2021 is a little bit ups and downs, Yeah, but it has ended and I've started the new year being sick. Yeah, so I'm home and I'm like, I want to start the new year with a bang for you guys, but didn't work as planned. And I'm like, okay, then I'm sick, so let me just wait it out. But then I'm like, no, I need to talk to my people. I just want to thank all my subscribers. But y'all are mean. Like, you guys, you'll watch the videos and then just press that little button there, that that thumbs up. Nah. So you watch it and you comment, but no thumbs up. A girl can't get paid because of y'all, man. Come on, just share the video and all of that. Come on. Anyway, so um I'm just gonna keep it real. So I just decided, to bring in the new year talking about being real. And so here I am, natural hair, no makeup, sweating like a pig because I'm sick and I'm steaming right now. And so I'm in isolation. But yes, I'm gonna do my hair in the meantime while I chat up with you guys. So everybody's supposed to know, because I've spoken about this before, that my trouble with depression, and depression to the point where um I'm at a low where I literally think I'm thinking about killing myself. Like, I hate myself. And um to the point when I think about killing myself, I'm like, okay, then what would people think? I always think about what people think. And what people think, how my husband I feel, or my grandma, especially my grandmother. I think my grandmother all the time, like, probably kill she because me kill myself. And I'm like, but mama got heaven, I lose my soul, or that I work out, there's no forgiveness from that. So, it kind of stop me from doing that. And when I hate myself, is like, I hate myself to where me I think, where I think I have to be, not be me. So I have to be the nice person. I have to, curb what I'm gonna say, how I'm actually feeling, because I'm thinking about how it makes other people feel. Thinking about other person's feelings or what people thinking about me. So I'm trying to be a people person, people pleaser, if you understand what I'm saying. And so I started hating myself for that. And then I'm like, okay, then, all right, where do I put this energy? Because here I am trying to please people, but still hating myself, right? Here I am, not loving what I see in the mirror, right? But seeking that love from what persons are seeing. And I'm like, where did I put this energy? So I started the Chronicles by I used to call it Car Chronicles. So I just put my energy somewhere else rather than thinking about suicidal thoughts and how much I hate myself and hate people and hate humans overall, and thinking about anything negative. I try to put it out where let's turn this depression in something where I can make people laugh while healing. So a lot of persons saying, so I used to start talking about crap, like what I'm going through, what I'm seeing on the road. I used to post a lot, like everything I see, I post. I still do that sometimes, but not as much as I used to. And yeah, so I used to, like, forgive me sweating, as I said before, I'm steaming. So I used to, like, post a lot on my WhatsApp status, and person started finding it hilarious because, as I said before, I'm just giving thoughts. I'm talking about life experience, what I'm going through, what other persons are going through, persons tell me them business. I put a little twist to it, and just to make it funny, hilarious and so forth. And So I'll take bits and bits of pieces of other person's business or my business or whatever, and I'll just mix it up and make one big story because I have a good imagination. Yeah. And yeah, so I put my energy there, and persons started to like it. They look forward to me doing it each day. When I don't post, a person's like, what's happening, are you good, and so forth. So um I started to say, okay, then this looks like something I could do as a hobby, something I could do. And then, some persons was like, why don't you put it on YouTube? I'm like, not so much, because these trolls, like, persons are mean. And I'm like, I thought about it, read about it, should I do it or not? And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take me like a pray about it that often, because, yeah, but it is what it is. Let me just try it and see what happened. So all right, fine. Think about this YouTube thing. And so I came onto YouTube, started doing, a few things. This now, because I had so many content thinking about for so long, it's like coming onto YouTube, I'm trying to think about something better. Like, how do I grab other persons apart from who's on my contact list, like in my phone? What do I do to grab the massive? And I couldn't think about a lot of content. I still stick to, persons telling me their stuff, and me living my life, and putting a twist to it and so forth, and bringing it out there to you guys. But I have to be careful of what I post. One, because I'm married, and two, I'm not sure if persons appreciate where I'm coming from or what I'm doing, right? Because as I said before, I started this for my energy, right? For me to feel better. And it's just for me to talk, because I like to talk. I think talking helps me. And I should have been a teacher or a lawyer. Anyways, so the talking helps me. So I decide to do this, just for my sanity. But then, you have some persons on here that's gonna pick on you. And there are cases where I had to delete messages or comments rather, because they're angry. And I'm not doing this for persons to put me back into depression. I'm doing this for me to be happy. You understand? So yeah, so I try to just ignore them as much as I can. And if it's like too rude, then I'll just let YouTube remove it and so forth. So thank you, Mickey Moat. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Kind of be rude at the time. Not sure why you came at me, but this, what I'm doing now, as I said before, and I think I've said it in a video before, that I use persons tell me their life story. So two persons can tell me a life story, and I just put it together. You understand? Tell you guys about it. Ask you guys what you think about this, right? And then there are cases where you guys give me your feedback. It's just me communicating with life, with people, and so forth. So I'm just telling you guys that I'm keeping it real. This is me. I'm not going to give a damn who's upset about what is to come. I'm gonna try and post a little bit more, but God, it's hard. You guys are hard to please. Hard, I tell you. Hard. Because don't want to give me the little like, yeah. So yeah. But I thank you. 2021 has been a trying year. I must say it has been a good year, but I'm not going to complain 100%. I'm not going to complain 100%, but I have been down, and how do I put this? Okay, so when I say that I've given up on life when falling into depression, it's because I try so hard to have a child to the point where I give up on the church, I give up on God. Because I'm like, every day I go to church, I praise God, I sing, I this, I depend choir, I depend this, I depend deacon, this, everything I depend. Right? And yet, persons are getting like married after me. And, you know, they're like popping up babies like that. And I'm like, so what happened to me, God? What happened to me? You have persons who like, they're not married or anything. And, you know, they're getting pregnant 5 kids, 6 kids, them can't mind them, right? Can't take care of them. People that dump them children in a rubbish pan. I'm like, so come to me, God. Come to me. Like, me not spend the too. Like, me not your child too. Like, why you leaving me out? So that kind of put a damper on not only my mental space, my mental health, but also on my relationship. You understand? Where I think it's taking a toll. I wouldn't say a toll, but it put a look at that our relationship. Whereas him don't know if he address the certain situation, him don't know if he, you know, I, he's human being. He's a human being too, but I don't think him know how to go through what I'm going through or go through it with me. If you understand what I'm saying. So it's like, do I just leave her alone or do I just like, you know, what I must do? And because the type of person that he is like, okay, then let me just let her be. Let me just let her work out this on her own. I guess because of my personality too, like, you know, I'm kind of the independent, like whatever I'm struggling with or what I'm going through, I'm going through it alone. So I wouldn't say I'm a bottle it inside though. Or maybe. Yeah. I would say that I'm a bottle it inside. Because but as Bob Marley say, you know, only your friend know your secrets. So I don't think you have friends where you tell your things to, you tell certain things to, but you're not going to tell them everything because you don't want at the end of the day when like them argue with you or you have a disagreement and then blah, 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 you know they just say everything back in your face and throw it back in your face. So you try not to say as much, even though you know you're dying inside, and so yeah, so I guess because we are like that, you know, we don't really talk about it, what we're going through, especially him. So it's like, where do we communicate? Where do we stand in this situation? So so that is me turning my back on the church. Cause me I say, that make no sense me there I worship God and him not do nothing. Well, one thing me I ask him for and him not do nothing. Mark you, don't get me wrong, right? I do love God. He has done so many things for me apart from the one thing there. So probably that is the only reason why I haven't like cursed him out or blasphemed or something like that. But I give him praise every day just the same. For the things that he has done, the things that I've not gotten from him. But that one thing, that's so one thing where me say, alright then this will probably complete me. Up to now him give me. And yeah. It took me like a good couple of years. And probably that's why I started hating myself, because I'm like, hey, this is what I want and I can't get it, you know. Me not make no sense then. So that made me fall in depression so much. And then when you're at church and I'm like, so you not plan to get pregnant? When I get pregnant? When are you plan? And people don't understand that, you know, when you ask these questions, you know, you kind of put a little strain on the person because you don't know what they're going through emotionally. You understand? Every every married couple, or I wouldn't say every, but probably a lot of married couple would want to have kids. So if you see years pass and they're not having kids, it must be a situation, must be a problem. You or you know to come and say, when are we planning to have kids? Like, when we plan to have kids, you know, to somebody pregnant, such and such pregnant, you know, when are we plan? Like, come on. So because of that, I stopped going to church. Because I couldn't take it no more. Yeah. So couldn't take that no more, and I decided, okay, then let me rebel against, because I'm rebelling against God. So if you give me this, I'll come back to you. And I've been waiting. Who am I to tell God what he must do? I've been waiting and I've been waiting, right? And it's just not happening. And I'm like, all right then, so this is definitely not going to happen. You understand? I've been to several doctors, them there was nothing wrong. Little problems, them said, minor problems can be fixed, it can be handled, whatever, whatever. You get pregnant, you lose it, okay, why am I losing it? What's going on? No reason. So you're like, okay then, this not really work out. So it's like you don't know where you stand, you don't know how to feel, you just feel like giving up because this one thing that you want so much, you can't get it so much. And that led me into some serious depressions for quite some years. And this is why I decided, okay then, let me execute my energy somewhere, let me find something else to put my thoughts, my brain space and so forth. Finishing school and all of that, what do I think about? What do I do with this brain of mine? So yeah, oh my god, the steam is working. I hope I'm better soon. Yeah, so I really don't want to be here anymore because of the negative comments, like persons taking what I'm saying personal or literal, thinking that everything is about my life when technically it's not really about my life. I say friends because I'm not gonna name the persons, or I say I'm my friend, one of my friend. Everybody's my friend. Yeah, so I'm gonna say that. So if you want to take it literally, kudos to you. But it's just me sharing my thoughts or opinions, or sharing some experience from somebody, or even my experience or something. But I don't know if I want to do this anymore, to be honest. I'm just keeping it real. I really don't know, because as I said before, it's hard to think about things that is interesting. It's hard to find things that it's that I can say comfortably, or without you guys judging me. And it's just a little hard, and with work and everything in my life and all of that, it's just hard to go out there to find new stuff to talk about. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? Do I need to continue this? I'm not sure. And persons have been asking me, how I haven't seen you on YouTube anymore, you're not posting anything more, yada yada yada. And I'm like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm just, yeah, yeah. But it's just that the joy of doing it, it's just not there anymore. You understand? I was thinking maybe we could make some money doing this, but nah, it's not gonna happen. So yeah, it's not gonna happen. So I'm just like, okay, let me just do this for fun. And yeah, that's me keeping it real with you. But I am going to try and see how best I can do this, because social media is very hard. Person say I post too much. I put my life out there too much. I'm trying to cut it down as much as possible. So I try not to post as much as possible. But I think if I post, or if I talk about it, you know, on my platform that I have, then it's off my chest. And if I talk about it to the world, then nobody can use it back in my face. I think that's a way of me getting thick skin, according to my sister. Um yeah, she says she doesn't have as thick a skin as I do. So yeah, so I think that's me trying to get a thick skin where nothing that people says to me hurts. Yeah, but I deleted that person's comment. You understand? And I'm like, why? When after I delete, I'm like, why did you delete it? That's their opinion that everything is about you. That's their opinion that you're lying. That's their opinion. And you know what is different. You know what is right. You know what is different. You know what is the truth. So you shouldn't care about what the person say. But then I start thinking about, what if that person put the thought in everybody else's mind? What if that person start making my friends look at me differently, because of their comments? And I'm like, I really don't care what people think anymore. Like, I really don't. And I'm like, do you really care? Yeah, do you? I really, I really don't. So that pretty face that I'm always trying to put on, pretty hairstyle. Yeah, I want to see if I can, how long I can keep this hairstyle for. If my mother they gonna take me to go on the street like this, I don't know. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying not to care. I'm trying. So my life no longer a secret. Peace, y'all. See you in the next video.